Okay, so we've got the two different color pieces that we use for this chessboard, and we want to lay them out in a pattern that makes sense for the chessboard. So there's a number of ways that you could do this. You could place each and every individual piece in there and then constrain all of them. Or you can use different pattern techniques and features. So let's take a look at a couple of them. The first one that I want to show you is the mirror technique. Essentially, I want this white piece over here underneath my black piece and another black piece under here, kitty corner to that. So what I can do is use a mirror for that, and then I'm just repeating those four pieces in my pattern. So that's going to make life much easier. So if I'm going to mirror this and get this over here, there's a simple way to do it. I'm going to create a plane using the 3 points, and once I've checked that, sorry, I'll go back a little bit slower, plane to 3 points, and then I'm going to come over here to the view cube and just get this in an isometric view. So I'm going to grab this point, and this point here. Now I've got a new work plane bisecting. So I'm going to do the same thing over on the other one, from here to here to here. And now I can do this mirror technique. Okay, so I want to make a pattern. So the mirror technique is actually a pattern, and I'm grabbing this component, so insert white, and then I'm choosing this mirror plane, this first one that I created. Okay, so that's good. I'll hit OK. Now you'll notice that it makes another component. And because I mirrored it, I'm getting that same distance, which is really nice. So I'm going to do that one more time for the black piece as well. So select that, select this mirror plane here, next. Okay. Alright, so now I've got a unit that I can repeat. So this is great. Now we'll come up to do that, click on pattern, and I'm going to select these components. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. And over in the mirror features, I'm going to select a direction. Okay, and so I want this to be 4 of those. And I want to make sure that the spacing is, I believe it's 3 and an 8. So we'll say 3.5625. That doesn't look right. Is it? Why does that seem so strange? If these are 1.5, so that's 3. 3 1/8. That makes sense. Alright, sorry about that. I suppose I could have just checked my sketch. So I've accepted that pattern, and I've got that alternating effect, which is what I want, but I need to go back and edit that. Just kind of threw myself off there. So I'm just going to come back in and say edit, and now I'm going to go in the row direction, and I'm going to make that go down the other way, and I'm going to put 4 in there as well, and I'm going to make that 3.125. Okay, so with just a couple new features, just these work planes and a new pattern, we've got our chessboard created. So the next thing that we'll take a look at here is how to create these inserts, because I'm going to want to create inserts in between all the pieces, and then a nice border, and then a nice frame to go all the way around it. And we can take a look at these materials and how they look. Another thing that you can do at this point too is make patterns for the pieces, so you know that these are going to be essentially the same thing. You could come back in after and use the replace to make the new parts. I've only got the rook in place at this point, but That's not to say that you can't start placing these and then modifying and resaving the part as, say, bishop or knight, that sort of thing. So that's essentially what we're going to end up doing here, but we'll say that that's good enough for the patterns video.